Hey guys, on today's video I'm going to teach you how to make reservations for Ontario parks. So that's for provincial parks, not national parks. So we're just going to type in Ontario parks. Again, this will be for provincial parks. National parks is another thing. So there's a few national parks in Ontario, not that many really. It's not like going all the way to British Columbia. Anyways, right now what we're going to do is just go right into reservations. So you will see that on the top. Just tap on it. Then do reservations online. It's the best way to go, by the way. Now, before you even look for dates or anything like that here, go on and sign in. So on the top right hand side, you guys are going to see sign in. That's going to be your first option. Under sign in, if you guys don't have a sign in, just go into create an account. So tap on create an account. All it's going to ask you, first name, last name, email, confirm email, create a password. Then put all this information that it does include your phone number, your address, province, and then create account. It is that easy. Once you're done that, you guys can go back and don't worry about your payment method. You can add that right at the end. So the first thing you guys have to choose is what type of campsite. So for most of you, it's going to be campsite and that's it. Not day use. Day use, some places require day use, especially for national parks from what I've seen. Not really provincial parks, not anymore at least. Then we got backcountry. We have roofed accommodations. We have group campsites and backcountry registration because you do have to register. Backcountry is where you just take your backpack with your tent and you just go for it. Whereas campsites, there's several types of campsites where you guys can just drive towards your campsite. And that's the most common one. Anyways, right now we're just gonna choose all parks for now. We're going to go into arrival. So let's take a look at something, let's say from this date to that date, 4 nights. And then we're going to put in how many people. So in our case, it's 4 people. Equipment, single tent, 2 tents, depends if you guys are going in a tent. That does include if you're driving to your campsite. Because this, when you choose campsite, it means you're driving. There's a road. You see your campsite and then you just park your car there and there you go. You put up your tents. Whereas again, backcountry, you can leave your car in the parking lot, but then you're walking the whole way. And obviously backcountry is something that you guys can only get to by walking. You can't drive there. Anyways, go down here. You guys are going to see trailer or RV. If you have one, you would choose one of those and then just go into search. All right, so I find the best way to look at things is by map, not the list. It's just more visual, so it's easier for me especially. So you guys can select your area. Where are you guys thinking of going to? And there's several parks within each area of Ontario. So we have Algonquin Park, so we can definitely tap there, for example. And then there's several areas. So the green means it's available for your dates. Okay, anything orange would mean restrictions. So you might not be able, well, I wouldn't even look there because you're just not gonna be able to go there. Anything in black, it's just not operating. And then red, it's just unavailable for your dates. Altogether, it's unavailable. And if I had anything with this color, that would mean maybe one of the days they don't have that available, or maybe most days they don't have available and they just have one day available in there. So that's that partial availability thing. Anyways, right now what we're gonna look for is somewhere here. So you guys can take a look. And besides looking here, I would go into Google Maps and see what it looks like and what you're getting yourselves into. So besides looking at which one looks interesting, always go into Google Maps. So I'm going to choose this guy, for example. So once I choose that, I can actually see all the campsites. So again, you're looking for greens. This is not even open. So this is an example of something that's not open at the moment. And then we have radio free sites and all that stuff. I actually like radio free because it's nice. It's nice and quiet. And that's what I like, just to enjoy nature. So if you click on it, for example here, you guys can actually check out what's available here. So if you go to this area, you will notice that in campground A, there's showers and all that stuff. Whereas here, there's nothing. There's not much. And there's only one spot available. So if you tap on it, here we go, you can see some pictures. They're kind of helpful. Plus, down here below, you can see what can fit there. So this is non-electric, site length 14 meters. You guys can also look at more details. It's good to look at more details because sometimes you get to see this. Quality, average, privacy, good. Privacy good means quite a bit of privacy. That means there's trees all the way around you, especially when you're looking at trailer sites. Privacy isn't good, like almost all the time. So it's good that privacy is good in this case. And when you're comparing campsites in provincial parks versus private areas where you guys go, especially for RVs, provincial parks, national parks, they're always going to have tons more privacy, tons more nature than private areas where people just offer you a campsite. It's usually wide open. Sometimes there's not even a single tree there. So just letting you know. Anyways, this is just one of the options. If you guys want to go back, just go back and then refresh this. Now, I also want to mention that you guys can apply some filters here, especially if you have a trailer. Go into filters, and you're going to see this. So you guys can apply electricity, show results. And by the way, if you're thinking about a national park versus a provincial park, national parks, I've seen a lot of them have both electricity, water, or even full hookups versus national parks. I've never seen one that has a water hookup or full hookup. They do have electricity, but that's about it. So right now, if I put electricity, like I just mentioned, you will notice that this is no longer green. This is no longer green because there's no electricity there. However, there is electricity here and here. So that means that the campsites that are going to be available, that's going to show us, they have electricity hookup. So you guys can just plug in your RV. So I'm going to click on Campground A. Under Campground A, you guys can see the map. It's mostly taken up already. There's some like these that are going to be partial availability. So let's say you just see that. It's really horrible. You've done this during summer where it's almost impossible to get a site. Just go into site calendar, and you're going to see what days are actually available. So from the days that we chose, there's only 2 days available. That's why it's partial availability. So if I'm planning this, maybe I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just go the week after and then I'll get these days and so on. And as you guys can see, people have booked already up the summertime. So yeah, that's how bad it gets. Anyways, so we're just going to choose this site right here. We're going to check it out. So it does say, so for us, outlet distance is pretty important. 23, that's a lot, 23 meters, but oh well. RVs can fit up to quite a bit. Then we go into be more details. It's going to say quality good, privacy average, and then ground sand, which is good for RVs in this case. Anyways, once you guys have selected your stuff, you know that you like that. Now I like this because it's near the showers. I like that. If you have an RV, sometimes that doesn't matter because you never use the showers there. You use your own showers. If you get one of these sites here, for example, that are right there, it's not usually the best thing because privacy-wise, there's a lot of foot traffic. So a lot of people go in here from all the sites. Even here where I'm choosing right now, it's not going to be the best privacy-wise because there's always going to be people walking by. But it's kind of close. Too close is not good because there's usually, even at these places, there's lights. So unless you don't mind that, but usually there's a light there, obviously for people to get there at night. Anyways, we're going to go down and then we're going to choose reserve. Once you click there, you're going to see this invasive species, blah, 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 going to acknowledge. And then you're going to see check-in is at 2 p.m. Checkout is at 2 p.m. as well. And I do want to mention that with national parks, this timing is different. Regardless, we're just going to scroll down. We're going to tap on reserve is correct. So just make sure you are reserving the right dates. So we're going for June 2nd, June 6th. That's 4 nights, party of 4, our trailer. And then we can just go down, confirm reservation details. Then we're going to see our total. So it's 4 nights, so that's $52. Reservation fee of about $10. So that's going to be $219. Everything in $248. So that's including tax and everything. You guys can proceed to reservation. So that's campground A. We're going to go on, proceed to reservation. If you guys have not signed in, this would be the time to do so. So it's going to take you here. So let's go and just go on and create that account if you haven't done so, which I told you to do at the very start, or just sign in. Once you've done so, just tap on confirm From there, you confirm and acknowledge, and then on the bottom right hand side, just make sure all your information is correct and just confirm account details. So once you confirm your details, it's going to take you to this page. So you just have to confirm that this is correct. And also, you guys can select that you will be the one using the site, or maybe you're filling out for somebody else. So if it's for somebody else, it's going to ask you to put in their information. But right now, I'm just going to put it for me. Once again, on the bottom right hand side, confirm. And then for your rate, if you're senior, you have that. You do have this option as well, disabled, all for rate. So that's going to be most of you, full rate. We're just going to confirm additional information. All right, so from here, you just have to fill up your credit card information. There's your card number, name on card, month, year, security code, which is on the back of your credit card. All right, so once you filled up all your information, just going to apply payment, which is going to be on the bottom right hand side again. All right, so from here, you guys have officially made your reservation. You guys can go on and start pre-registration. I would highly suggest doing that, or else you have to do it at the park. It's kind of boring. So just go on and tap on the bottom bottom left hand side. You guys are going to see pre-register. So just tap there, and then you guys can just put in the names of everybody that's going to be with you, your vehicle, your license plate, provincial, and then just pre-register now. All right, and once you have done so, you're going to get an email, and that's it for your registration. You don't even have to do this pre-registration. I'm just telling you to do it just because it's going to make things easier for you and faster once you get there. But as far as this video goes, we're all done. If you guys have any questions, comments, you guys can write down in the comments area. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you.